Stop what you're doing right now because Melon Playground just dropped update 34.5 and things are getting absolutely wild under the sea. Is this the greatest update ever, or just a huge setup for something even bigger? Stick around because I've spent hours breaking, resetting, and rebuilding everything to give you the real truth. We're diving deep into the secrets of the ocean floor, so don't skip a single second. I've been experimenting with every single new feature, trying to figure out exactly what the developers were thinking when they put this patch together. To be totally honest, I have some mixed feelings that you need to hear. After waiting such a long time, I was expecting a massive explosion of new content that would change how we play forever, but what we got feels a bit more subtle and complicated. It's not bad, and it's definitely not amazing, it's just interesting, and we need to break it down together. First off, we have to talk about the absolute star of the show, the underwater scooter. Seriously, this thing is a total game changer and easily the strongest addition in 34.5. The second I spawned it in, I knew it had its own personality. It's small, bright, super agile, and honestly just feels so satisfying to drive around. The sound design is crisp and clean, not too loud or annoying, giving it a powerful vibe without being overwhelming. And wait until you see the animation when Melon grabs on, it's so polished. You're going to want to see 3 on my list because it changes everything about how we explore. By using the new follow function, you can stop awkwardly dragging your character around like a clunky mess and actually glide through the water smoothly. It creates this epic cinematic feeling, like you're on a high-stakes deep-sea mission. For all my fellow creators out there, this is a huge win. The scooter isn't just a way to get around, it's a storytelling tool. You can build insane escape sequences, deep-sea exploration vlogs, or wild underwater experiments. It opens so many creative doors that I'm giving this part a perfect 10 out of 10. But hold on, because we need to talk about the parts that left me feeling a little confused. We got to new oval rooms and to triangle rooms, which sounds cool on paper, right? More variety is usually great for a sandbox game because different shapes mean different physics and new ways to smash stuff. But the execution feels a little bit underdeveloped. The destruction and restoration mechanics just don't feel smooth yet. When you try to reset or break these rooms, it's not as satisfying as the classic shapes. And don't even get me started on the welding tool underwater. This is where the immersion kind of falls apart. Instead of a cool, glowing underwater welding flame, you mostly just see a bunch of bubbles. It feels like a placeholder effect rather than a finished feature, and after waiting this long, these tiny details really stand out. I'm not saying it's useless because it definitely has potential, but it needs a lot more polish and better visual feedback. Maybe they could add adjustable welding intensity or different repair speeds in the future to make it feel more real. Don't click away yet, because the visual upgrades are actually pretty sneaky. The ocean background is way cleaner now, and that heavy pixelation that used to be distracting is finally reduced. At first glance, everything looks much smoother and more professional. However, if you zoom in really close, you can still see some small pixel artifacts. It's not game-breaking, but it feels like they stopped just short of making it truly impressive. I think a subtle blur or some atmospheric fog would have made the ocean feel way more mysterious and deep. But here's something I genuinely love: the animation updates. This part deserves some serious credit. The fish in the background now actually react to you. When you get close, they swim away or pause, making the world feel alive instead of just a flat drawing. Even the land creatures got some love with improved movement animations that make them crawl more naturally and look less like stiff robots. It's these small changes that make the environment breathe. Now, let's talk about the technical side with the disk command. This lets you adjust the ocean floor depth, which is a massive tool for pro builders. You can create custom vertical maps and layered experiments, but there's a catch: you can't raise the floor above the water level yet. It feels like a missed opportunity, but hopefully, they expand it soon. So, why does this update feel a little smaller than we hoped? My big theory is that the team is focusing almost all their energy on multiplayer development. Think about it: networking, sync, and anti-cheat systems take a massive amount of work. If 34.5 is just the foundation for us being able to play together soon, then this update makes way more sense. Momentum is everything in sandbox games, and while this update lacks an explosive wow factor, it feels like the quiet setup before a massive shift. I'm rating this update a solid 7 to 8 out of 10. It's good, it's solid, but it's not revolutionary yet. Moving forward, I want to see more interactive systems, dynamic events, and tools that let us push the physics to the absolute limit. What do you think? Was Update 30 for 0.5 enough for you, or were you expecting a total game changer? Drop a comment with your honest thoughts and tell me your craziest underwater idea. Make sure to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss our next deep dive, because if multiplayer is actually coming, everything is about to change in a big way. Be kind to your game world, and I'll see you in the next one.